downtown Portland right now. Phil Cassidy's right down below us. We're showing you the Pioneer Courthouse Square area. Sand in the City this weekend. Big benefit for the kids on the block. They take puppets out to schools and really have a great educational program for kids in the public school system. So wonderful, wonderful to support those folks. Look at all that sand just waiting to be created into wonderful sand sculptures this weekend.
Where can you find 100 tons of sand without even leaving the city? Just head down to Pioneer Courthouse Square. That's where 18 corporate teams are competing in a sandcastle contest this afternoon. The News Channel's Carl Click is standing by live with a great view of all the action. Carl?
Yeah, Brenda, it is a great view, but this is not sandcastle making. This is sand sculpturing. There's a big difference. It's more than just a bucket full of sand you turn over like I used to make my sandcastles. This is a real science, and take a look at how many people are behind me at the floor of Pioneer Courthouse Square working on these sandcastles, sand sculptures. 18 different crews. They have until 5 o'clock tonight to finish. They got started just about an hour ago.
But what do you do when someone dumps 100 tons of sand smack dab in the middle of Pioneer Courthouse Square in downtown Portland? Well, you make a whole bunch of sandcastles. And Dan Christopher is there now to get in on all of the action. Dan?
Well, Elizabeth, what a great way to play hooky from the job for a good cause. Look all around me. Here in Pioneer Courthouse Square, there are workers from 18 different corporations competing on this instant beach building sand sculptures. The whole idea is a fundraiser for the Kids on the Block Awareness Program, which helps kids accept the differences in one another and understand them and learn to protect themselves in difficult situations. Now, building sand sculptures is definitely an art form which requires a solid foundation. Now, here are some trade secrets from experienced builders.
It should feel kind of like concrete. Tight. Right now it's a little, really tight.
You can get it.
Right now it's like over here it's really soupy, so we need like more sand. More sand over here.
I know, it's flat.
This whole thing is going to become a game board representing all the Yoshida Group companies.
What are your chances of winning again this year?
Oh, I think they're good. Really good. If sweat's any indicator, I think we got a really good chance.
Pioneer Courthouse Square is covered with sand this weekend as the News Channel's Carl Click reports that sand has been sculptured into some pretty elaborate artwork.
First of all, these are not sand castles. That's kid stuff. This is sand sculpturing. It starts with the shovel. There's 100 tons of sand to move. Then come the feet.
We're leveling out the sand.
Then add water.
The water's cold.
And stomp.
It's kind of like making wine, I guess.
Only you don't drink what's beneath your feet here. You compact it. All that happened 18 times over here. 18 local companies let groups of employees loose to play in the sand. Oh! If your compacting is successful, you have a block of sand to work with. Then comes the delicate stuff, the carving and the sculpturing, making things rounded and making things square. And while trowels and knives are important, one tool is most important.
Wet, sticky sand.
That's the secret, that's the key? The secret to making what's on paper come to life in sand.
This is the head of the baby right here. We're sculpting right now. And this is going to be a shopping bag that it's in.
Quite a plan and quite a lot of work, turning Pioneer Courthouse Square, at least for the weekend, into a great big sandbox.
People have been here since 11 a.m. really getting their hands dirty, tracing, packing, and repacking this stuff. It's a gritty effort toward a good cause. From a goldfish to a traditional castle to a masterpiece in the drying, these sculptors are helping to raise money for the Kids on the Block Awareness Program. 18 corporate teams are sweating under the sun in this competition. The end results are eye-catching, but the bottom line, say volunteers, this is hard physical work.
Tomorrow I'll probably hurt everywhere, but for right now it's the details, and the more it starts forming, the more you think about it.
Look at these people. Do you see more smiles on people, person per person, than you have anywhere else in Portland today? Sure you do. It's a fun thing to get out and create, and it brings a lot of people together.
Now you're looking at one of the finished products, a sleeping Fred dog on top of his dog house. These sculptures will be on display all weekend. They will have a special spray to keep them together. And if you really want to know who has to win this event today, you can watch the News Channel at 6:30. We will announce the winner.
All that hard work, sweat, and shoveling has paid off. This is the winning sand sculpture. It's titled Packy, Gators, and Max. Oh my! Built by the Hoffman construction team. Each team of sculptors had only 6 hours to complete the creations. The sculptures will be sprayed with a special mixture to keep them together, and they will be on display until 4 p.m. Sunday. Sand in the City is a fundraiser for the Kids on the Block Awareness Program, a charity that helps teach kids about personal safety.